Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Bill Bellamy.
In the house. I feel like I'm home here.
Yeah,
I haven't been home in a while. It's been about a year and a half, huh?
I don't know. It feels
Goes
like
so
too
fast.
long.
It's too long, man. You guys miss me a little bit, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's good, man. We family, baby.
A little more than a little, I would say. A lot more than
Are
a
you
little.
still jack off to him?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Did he stop? Just tell me he stopped out.
He's a beautiful man. That's the whole thing. He's a
told me
Nubian.
that. Well.
He's a Nubian warrior. Is what he is. That makes me straighter to masturbate to Bill Bellamy. You know what I mean?
God.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying.
I feel you, man, but no, I don't feel you.
Extra
Okay,
male.
well, you're gonna.
Super male.
You're gonna. Bill is going to be at the Ontario Improv this Thursday
Through Sunday.
through Sunday. That's the normal time span. Is it not now? Is it Thursday through Sunday? It seems like most comedians do that.
Because I mean, it's either Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then you may miss the Thursday people who are right after work. So you just do Thursday through Sunday, doing 6 shows. It should be fun. I haven't performed in California in a long time. I just about 7-8 weeks ago was in London, killed
Wow.
over there.
Wow.
Yeah, I had never performed out of the United States before.
Incredible.
So that was fun. I performed in London, did very well. Last weekend I was at the Hard Rock in Florida.
Where do you when you go to London? Well, how does it work? They know you from movies,
Yeah,
right?
they know me mostly from
But not
movies
from
and
TV.
MTV.
Oh, and
and
MTV. Ah.
And mostly movies and MTV. And while I was on MTV, I didn't know how much people were like getting the U.S. feed.
Right.
So I get over there and I'm sort of like, well, are they going to really find me funny over here? And it was just like, no difference. It was like being in New York, basically.
Way to
But
go,
people have
B.
accents.
Where
It was like, hi, Bill, how are you today? Cheers.
I know it's spooky when the black guys have that accent.
I
White
know,
guys
it's like,
can handle.
it's like a real tough dude. Like
Yeah.
you see a real tough dude.
Yeah,
look
like
he
Lennox
kill you,
Lewis or
and
something.
He'd be like, cheers, mate. He'd be like, wow, he's not that tough. He's pretty eloquent.
I
Isn't
know.
that where the Asian guys will freak you out a little bit
Oh, Asian English?
with speaking like that?
Oh
yeah.
no, I haven't seen that.
No, I haven't seen him.
What?
Do they have that?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
of course
I haven't
they do.
seen that.
Oh.
Like to see that. I didn't think it could get any better than the blacks, but Asians.
Yeah.
There's a new novelty sheriff
English
in town.
Asian.
Last
It
name
goes
is Kim.
down. It
Yeah.
goes down in the UK.
I'd like to see that. Find me one of them, would you?
Oh, I'm sure they're
Like,
around.
hello, mate. My
fact-
name
in
is
fact,
Wong Lee.
Adam and I have a mutual friend. I have a mutual friend named Mark Young, who's a professor at the business school at USC here in Southern California, and he has a nephew who's Australian.
Asian.
Has a heavy Australian accent.
And he's
Oh.
Asian?
Get him in here.
Chinese, yeah.
Wow.
I got to take a look at this kid.
and got the Australian joie de vivre,
Wow.
the same
The whole thing.
Got the shrimp on the Barbie, have a beer mentality.
I got to bring this kid to work
That's
with
almost like a Chinese Jamaican.
me. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I was in Jamaica and I didn't know they have Chinese Jamaican.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a kind of chicken.
No,
Isn't that where it's extra tangy?
a little tang.
Yeah.
Nah, it's really real. It's just funny how the world has become so different. I mean, you don't know what you're getting these days.
No.
Everybody's mixed with something.
It is, we've all turned into some sort of party mix.
Yeah.
In a punch.
It's a nice iPod.
punch bowl.
It's a
Yeah. we don't even know-
smorgasbord
we
of
don't even know-
music.
You don't know what we're going to get
strength,
next.
genetic diversity breeds strength.
It does, right?
Strength.
It does,
I like that,
because
doctor.
think about how much stronger mutts are, how much stronger mutts are than purebreds.
Yeah.
Purebreds, their hips are going
One
bad.
one cold.
Down. Poodle. No, I mean, a mutt always
Spend
take
$3
a poodle
grand on a
down.
dog. You know what I mean? If he got hit by a car, you'd be like, okay, but no, he dies because his hip falls out.
Right.
That's
Or
not
he gets
good.
a cough.
But you know what? I hate to say it, but the purebred's still better looking. You know what I mean?
Well,
Sometimes
You know what I'm
if you
saying?
get that wild card one,
Once
that
in a while.
really
Well,
nails
once in
it.
a while.
Yeah.
Once in a
and
while.
that's better than anything else.
Once in a while, you get that Akita crossed with a lab, and it has those one blue eye and one brown eye. and it's
that's
like,
a
look
hot
out.
one. Yeah.
Once in a while you get that, you get that chick, and she's like, well, my mom is full Cherokee Indian, and my dad's Dutch, and you're like, whoa.
That's a good look.
Wow, it works. It can go south in a hurry,
what's
though.
one of the superhero girls we had up here? What's her name?
Superhero girls.
Didn't she play a superhero? She's kind of Korean, kind of Jamaican.
I don't know. All those Lees
Hugh,
and Lou's
Kelly,
and all that.
Kelly who? Kelly who?
Yeah, that works. Oh, no. That's my impression of a Mexican mom answering the phone when you ask for the kid. Hi,
He no here.
Yeah, that's how it works. You ever try to get your maid on the phone and I say, hey, is Oswaldo there? Oswaldo? No, he no here.
He no here today.
It's like, yeah, okay.
He's his boss.
Relax.
He's still no here.
It's not the INS. I got to talk to the guy. They're smart though.
Very.
They're smart people because they don't just hop right on the phone, and they don't. I was
cautious.
I was talking about it because I employ a lot of Mexicans, and I realize they have a nice don't ask, don't tell policy in front of each other. They don't rat each other out.
Wow.
You just say to even the Mexican guys who I'm working with, I'll just say, hey, Rogelio, where's Oswaldo? He'll just like, I don't know. Why should he tell me?
Right.
What's it going to do for him? Oswaldo could get in trouble. Oswaldo could get mad at him. He just says, I don't know, and he's out of it.
Yeah, he's done.
It's none of this.
But he's standing right there.
But he's standing right there.
And he won't tell you.
But he doesn't want to get into that. See, the white guy, it's like, white guy rat a guy out. Like, where's Ray? Ray went to the liquor store. I told him not to go, but he said to F off. He was going.
He said F Adam. F Adam. Storm down.
Mexican guy's like, where's it? I don't know. Right here? No, don't know. And just right back to work. They never get caught up in anything.
It's true. That's right.
Smart.
All day, every day.
That's the way I want to do it. So, yeah, genetic diversity. That's what we're
That's
talking
what we're
about.
doing in 2005.
Makes you stronger. Better looking.
This is awesome.
Yeah, Eurasian. That's a nice combo there. Because let me tell you something about the Asians. It's all there for the Asians, but they're like a chili that's a little too hot. You know what I mean? They need to be thinned out.
Just a little bit.
All the flavors there, all the ingredients are there. We just need to put a little flour in there, a little more broth.
What a good zesty taste it is.
Thicken it up a little bit just to take us a little hot. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But the Euro-Asian women are very beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you, they're breathtaking. You really don't know what you're dealing with there.
Oh,
whoa.
That's when that goes. And you know what? It doesn't go south that often either.
Nah.
There's not that much to go wrong.
You just don't go real unless the Euro is a little beat up.
In the Euro side,
if the Euro side is a little weird, a little chunky,
right,
you might get a real bad.
No, I don't blame the Asian side. It can go good. It can go very good.
It can go wonderful.
Yeah,
even with the chunky heritage.
Oh, really? Really? Nice.
You get a Bertha butt right
nice
there.
Ass.
Yeah, you get a nice Euro booty.
Drew likes a little something, and I know Bill does.
Like a little nice Euro booty on there.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see.
This is an awesome call. I got to hear this.
Professional dominatrix.
Wow.
Wait.
Jessica,
better.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just totally stoked I'm on the show. Anyway, I'm a professional dominatrix up in Northern California.
What do you do?
I take sessions. Guys, basically, they come in and they're like, "I want to get my ass beat," and we get up dressed up in scary clothes and hit them with all sorts of various objects.
So it's all about just beating on them, so to speak.
Beat on them, verbal humiliation, all sorts of really interesting psychological stuff.
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's a great thing. Are you strong?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Wow.
But I
Giggling. I kick the crap out of guys.
Speaking of ethnicities, no black guys, no Mexicans ever come in there and want to get kicked around, right?
No, yeah, we do. We get the
once in a while.
You get a black guy?
Yeah.
Not a Mexican guy.
Yeah, we get both. I'm serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
Everybody want their ass
Society
spanked.
really is moving along.
That's good.
We're moving along because
Everybody's into the dominatrix.
Let me tell you something. In the past, the dominatrix did not see the black man or the Latino man because he was busy getting his ass kicked in society.
Yeah.
He'd go out and get his ass kicked all day. When he paid money for a woman, he wanted to kick some ass and get a nice BJ.
Right.
He didn't want to get his ass kicked. That was reserved for the fat white guys who were dominating everyone at work and firing people. They want to compensate by going in and getting their ass kicked a little.
Just get a feel on the job training a little bit.
This is a good sign for society that she's servicing all
Everybody.
the cultures. That's right.
I will spank your ass.
She's kicking rainbow ass. It's like a Skittles commercial.
But the reason I was calling, first of all, I have to say the reason I'm so nervous is because I've been listening to you guys since I was 12.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
And Adam, you are so sexy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Yeah. I'd like to make a flogger to you. I'm sorry. I really do.
a flogger?
Yeah.
Flogger.
All right.
Is that like a cat of nine tails kind of
Let's
thing?
flog with it.
No, actually, I don't know how to use one of those. I'm still training, but
Oh, they have a training school for this? Okay.
You gotta get registered.
Yeah.
The guys I'm fascinated by are the guys that dress up like horses and pull the carriages
Yeah,
along.
the pony
Yeah.
ride stuff.
we get
I
those,
can't.
I swear.
I cannot.
Do you have those?
Yeah, we get. It's called pony play.
I cannot
Pony
process. I
play.
cannot process that.
I don't like
I
that
can't
one.
like.
No.
I think I understand humans, and that one just throws me completely. It's like
Funny,
what?
yeah. No, you really do think you understand people. But the reason I was calling was just because I had an appointment today with a gentleman that looked almost exactly like Dr. Drew.
Painful erection will not go away.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know it wasn't me?
Yeah. How do you know it wasn't him?
Because he was much more overweight than Dr. Drew
Anything.
is.
Let's see,
So
now-
you just got to relax.
Yeah,
And I know Dr.
just
Drew's
dropped 30.
voice.
Well, it's coming together. I mean, Drew's an attractive man, and Drew would not need your services. He's,
Exactly.
right, but this guy was like a fat Dr. Drew.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Maybe he wanted you to beat the fat off of him.
What did
I tried.
Now, do you know what this guy does for a living? He's not a doctor, is he?
They don't usually tell us. No, I don't think he's a doctor.
Smart. Yeah,
No.
but usually professionals, right?
Yeah, usually one of the other ones I had today, he wanted a lot of humiliation because he had to make this big merger or something like that, like $1 million or whatever. I'm sure they're probably just blowing smoke up my ass. But
No.
But wait a minute.
this fits.
But yeah, it fits. So what
But
he wants to
the
go
part
to
that
humiliated
doesn't-
so it clears his head for a proper
bit.
decision, or what? What?
Because he's going to probably fire. A lot of people going to lose their jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
So with the
Well, yeah.
merger,
Yeah.
feels a little guilt.
So
Yeah.
you want to
Yeah.
beat the guilt out of him, basically.
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
I'll tell you the part that doesn't fit, the Mexican
Wow.
guy. You never done
I
a
don't-
Mexican guy. One
I
guy.
swear.
One out of 500 guys, right?
Well, yeah, but I had
Yeah.
a Asian guy
Okay.
today, too.
Well, no, Asian's fine.
Yeah,
They're
they
into that.
love it.
No, that's plenty. They got what you call they got expendable cash.
They also got little
There's
pent-up
issues.
stuff.
There's
yeah.
things that need to come out.
They need to be beat up.
Yeah, small people, big problems.
Yeah.
Sound American Indian there.
What
Well,
is
so how'd the guy do today?
Yeah.
What, the Dr. Drew guy?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Dr. Drew guy, yeah.
He wanted me to collar him and basically drag him around by a leash and humiliate him and tell him that he's a piece of whatever.
Right.
And,
Well,
What's he wearing during this time?
well, we usually strip them. They usually strip themselves too. But he
Are
came
they
in
li-
in like just a t-shirt and jeans.
Are they like having erections and getting aroused and stuff?
Yeah, but we don't deal with. There's no genital contact. There's no sexual favors. It's
Are they contacting
yeah,
that?
but they're making contact with their genitalia.
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I mean, that's how you know the session's over, right?
yeah.
I mean, that's
Wait, what? How long do they usually last? I've never done it, but I was wondering.
How long
Yeah.
did you what?
how
How
long,
long
before
does the
he gets-
session last?
Yeah,
like,
till he
is it an
finishes.
hour or? I mean, what is it?
That guy was an hour.
yeah. But do you charge by the hour?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, because let me tell you what I'd be doing. I'd be mindful of the clock.
Yeah.
Because it's one of these things where you don't pay by 20-minute increments.
Right.
Not,
By
it's
the
not
hour,
a
yeah.
parking lot at the airport. You know, you pay by the hour.
Right.
So you pay for an hour. You bust a nut at minute number 8.
Yes.
You're out. You're out an hour.
Yeah.
Or now you're just sitting there thinking, or you're just riding out the next 52 minutes thinking about your family while while
you're
you're wearing
getting
a
beat.
leather vest with a sheriff badge on it, and you have a flaccid penis just sitting in a puddle of its own sweat. Just you feel like an idiot at this point. You know what I mean? Like you got to get out of there after, after you have an orgasm.
whenever you think
But
about,
let me tell you, hold on a second, Drew. You don't want to get into that next hour.
oh
See
no,
what I'm saying?
You got to finish
So
right.
I'm working it like, I'm timing it.
58, 59.
He's very,
I gotta
very
go.
time
Actually,
conscious.
about 0.4 of a second earlier. So I'd go right up to the edge of that hour.
But is that the way they do it? Like if you
Yeah,
you
she said.
if you come too fast,
Yeah,
it's
Still
what-
paying for the hour.
You can't do that. You have to be very, very, very diligent with your.
What happens
Timing.
if they
Timing.
get into the next hour?
If they get into the next hour, we basically find a way to usher them out quickly. Whether or not they get to come or whatever.
Well, what if they just want another hour?
another hour, well, then they pay again. But if we have another appointment scheduled, then they got to get their little asses out.
But here's the deal. I got to
Nice to see him mopping up as you.
Oh.
I mean, listen. I don't even like going to a diner where the table's still messy from the last thing where the busboy wipes. Imagine this.
Oh, cleaning that up.
You know what I mean? I don't want to see a little relish in front of me, a little spilled Diet Coke. Busboy in there. Oh, man. And how much does it cost, Jessica?
We're, let's see, for one lady, it's $130 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
130
for two, you add $65 to it, so it's $195 per hour. And
they don't work. They work for the tips.
For two.
You have to tip them, too?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to, but we like it.
It would be nice if you got whipped very well. It'd be nice to tip.
Yeah.
Well whipped.
Yeah, it'll be
well whipped.
But here's the deal: if you ever have sort of ever have thoughts about how well we understand the human being, just muse on this. Just ruminate on this for a few minutes, and realize how totally bizarre and irrational humans are. There's no rationalizing any of this. There's none. You cannot make sense, so to speak, of any of this. It is bizarre motivational impulses that are remnants of something that gets imprinted on people's brain, and they just got to act it out.
Well, I always just
people try to make sense of it, but reality is it don't make sense.
I've never made any sense of anybody.
There may
trying to
be
make
sort
me
of
feel bad.
reasons of a sort, but to be reasonable about the irrational already doesn't fit.
Well, about the best I can do with this, and I this doesn't explain everything, but I lump. There's a subsection of society that just likes their sex, likes the novelty, almost grotesque, bizarre side of sex. And
but think about a big category that is.
Well, I know, but
days.
these are the people that like to see people getting defecated on, or like to whiz on somebody, or
you
like
think those
the stump, or whatever.
You think those are the same guys that like watching the chick getting hit by the freight train and stuff? That's the same guy?
Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do, and I put these guys into that culture too, where there's a whole set. There's a segment of society that wants to get their genitals pierced, that wants to get sleeved with tattoos, that would rather, instead of just seeing two good-looking people having sex, would rather see three guys inside one chick's ass simultaneously. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's.
But even that has sort of novelty, arousal quality.
Right,
but why about these weird impulses?
But 100 years ago, these
how are these things even sexual?
But look at it this way: the circus has always been popular. The sideshow.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, for
but
hundreds of years.
Voyeurism.
Well, there's a chick with a beard or a guy with a unicorn coming out of his forehead.
Like
they just want to go look at the weird.
I get that people like the macabre and the weird and they sort of attracted to violence, but how does that become sexual?
All right, but
how?
if you first off, everything you like can sort of become sexual.
No. If you're effed up.
How do you make pony play?
Right. How does pulling
play?
Cinderella's pulling Cinderella's carriage become ejaculation? How does that happen?
Well,
it's a violent crime.
I'll tell you why. Because you're looking to degrade yourself.
And how does that become sexual?
Because it's a sort of pain principle thing. Every human being has this. You got a fingernail that got smashed with a hammer, and every time you touch it, it's painful.
Yeah, you'll pick
There's a part of you that will flick at it and inflict the same pain over and over.
Yes.
Now, for us, we'll do it a couple of minutes, and then we'll wrap it up and go to bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Other people sort of really get into that aspect of their life. I think these are those people. It's like if there's something bizarre, something frightening, they almost have to embrace it.
I can get all that, but what I'm a billion miles, and I'm supposed to be the insightful guy here, a billion miles away from is how that then becomes sexual. To me, there could be two further apart experiences than poking yourself with a hot poker and sex.
I'm saying things that induce feelings can become feelings of arousal, can become sexual very easily.
So it's almost like we're a circuit, and you opened up a circuit of arousal, and there's sort of it stimulates a magnetic field or something that activates another circuit.
Yeah,
another circuit, a byproduct of the arousal.
I think in a weird
because to say it makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. But what I mean is you could probably, if you had a friend who had a husband or boyfriend buy it in a motorcycle accident, you'd have a much better chance of having sex with her that night than you would, the week before he died. or
That-
after
to me,
that.
that-
Just
to me,
by
that's them trying to regulate their feelings with something.
Right.
You know, trying to fill themselves.
Your man
with
just
something.
died. Come in the room.
But to
Yeah.
say now what you have a chance of doing with that person is put them in a doggy collar and have them jack. You know,
well, that's a taller order. I think I could still do it.
that stuff
I
does
miss him.
not work for me.
This
To
is
me,
the
it's
way
just-
he would have wanted it.
It's some sort of weird.
Let me spank you, baby.
It's a circuit that got opened
I
up.
feel like he's hovering over us, looking at us
It's, like,
right
it's
now.
like, you know what it is? Like a rhythm disturbance in your heart.
Yes.
Like the heart's not going regular. It's like going off for a couple beats, and this other circuit gets opened up, and this is what the manifestations are. This.
Yeah, I don't have any great answers for pony play. I'm just
Yeah, that's
saying.
tough.
Because people go, oh well, you know, sex can be about pain and about this. Yeah. Okay, but no. Yeah, having high levels of intensity in sex is different than pain becoming sex.
Yeah.
I have a good one. What if somebody's asking you to do something that you think is totally unsafe? Would you still do it? I mean,
You're talking to us?
does the
Well, of course
dominatrix
we
still
would.
do it? Is she still there?
Yeah, let me put her on hold. Jessica?
Yeah,
Jesse?
hi.
Jessica, I had a question for you. If a person came in and they asked you to do something that might be, you know, borderline unsafe, would you still do it knowing that it could turn out pretty bad?
No, of course not.
All right.
Okay. What
How
about
dare you, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How dare you?
what won't you
Someone
do?
has very
What-
delicate sensibilities.
What
I think you've
requests
offended her.
have you
I
turned
hate it.
down? What have you turned down recently?
What have I turned down? There was recently a call to us that was asking for someone to be a submissive, that they wanted to heavily cane her. And absolutely none of the women I work with will accept that.
Cane her. Oh, okay.
Do you have to bring your own cane, or
No.
is there a specific cane?
But here's what leads me to speculate that if this kind of violence can become sexual, maybe other kinds of violence has a sort of sexual drive to it too, and that's where we get suicide bombers and things like that. you
Well,
know?
yeah. I mean, there's rape, you know, and who the hell knows? I mean, I do think things are sort of attached to sexuality,
Well, drive.
or at least the
Drive.
cousin of sexuality. A lot of drives. I mean, it gets you up off your ass in the morning. Yeah,
usually.
All right. We're going to take a little break. Bill Bellamy is in studio tonight, dear friend. Bill Bellamy. He's going to
having
be
a good time. That was a good one.
he's going to be at the Ontario Improv Thursday through Sunday.
Way to
That's,
go, B!
This Thursday through Sunday. We'll take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we'll speak to Erica. She got her clit pierced, and it tore. Yeah.
More reason number 38 to get a clitoris piercing.
Right. Or not to. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline of Adam. That's Dr. Drew, Bill Bellamy.
In the house.
Tonight, he's going to be at the Ontario Improv Thursday through Sunday. This Thursday through Sunday. Also got a DVD coming out.
Yeah, man. It's a 1 hour special, Big A.
Comes out September 20th.
Yep, it's called Back to My Roots. I thought it was time to come with a really, really funny, well thought, well written 1 hour special, because it's been about 6 or 7 years since I did. My last one was on Showtime.
Where'd you record this?
In Dallas, Texas.
Did you go out there specifically to do this, or was this part of your concert tour?
Yeah, it was specifically to do that one. And the reason I think we chose Dallas, because that was like the first place I performed out of my area. Like, you know, I grew up in New Jersey, and I was like, man, what was one of the most significant places I performed? And I just remember my first appearance when I went on the road. I went to Dallas, Texas, and I had such a great time. So it was just fond memories there. I went back. It was awesome.
What's your story? How did you get started? How did you get discovered? How did you get on MTV? What did you do in high school? Did you go to college?
Yeah, well, I went. I
Yeah.
definitely went to high school. No. But I actually got interested in comedy in college, just messing around, telling
Where were you
jokes.
in college?
I went to Rutgers, and
Which college?
I know
Rutgers
it's
is
like
huge.
5 campuses,
Yeah.
right? I went to Livingston College, actually. And what was so crazy was I just stumbled upon comedy. It was nothing. I never grew up saying I'm going to be this comedic dude. I just sort of like was very funny around my friends. Everybody was like, dude, you're pretty crazy, you know. Next thing you know, I was like, all right, well, maybe let me write some of this stuff down. Next thing you know, I'm doing open mics. Next thing you know, I'm in school doing like hosting stuff, talent shows. Go from that, graduate. I started doing like, you know, open mics in New York.
Right.
Just boom, pop in. I see Chris Rock. I see Dave Chappelle. You know, we're all like doing our thing. And I started getting a name in the city. And I got discovered by a lady named Tracy Jordan from MTV. She was like, dude, you're pretty funny. Do you like music? Next thing I know, I'm on MTV.
So how old are you at this point?
38.
No, now, but how old are you?
Oh, back then I was
point?
Probably about 22, 23.
Wow. So it happened pretty quick. I mean,
yeah.
What did you study in college?
Economics. I went to school for business, so I was thinking like, you know, I'm going to be this like super duper stockbroker kind of guy. I was going to get in investment stuff. And when I found out that I really love to make people laugh, it was just the immediate feeling that I had. I knew that was the right move.
Do you know, though, because of your economic background, do you feel confident investing your money, or do you feel like you have a sort of step up on the general populace in terms of if you have some money, you know where to put it or know what to do with it?
I just think that I have a understanding of how to make money work for you. You know, if you
From
have
college
some.
economics.
Well, and
Really?
reading a
Why
lot.
not?
You know?
Reading a lot. So you've
Why? What about economics in college?
it has no relationship to reading a spreadsheet for
Well,
a
never.
company.
No, well, I mean, economics.
Drew. Whoa,
Economics.
buddy.
And,
No, I'm just saying. I knew that he had to have done some outside studying on his
Whoa.
own if he's
I'm
interested
sorry.
in that.
No, but seriously, you know, when you start thinking about investments, you know, I figured like once I started making some money, I would want to, you know.
Right, so you studied up.
So I started reading
Yeah.
a lot and figuring like, what do people do who have money?
That's how we
like,
got
you know,
there.
and then you start talking to people who have money.
Yeah.
And they, you know, it's like, it's not a big maze. You just kind of like do a little at a time.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about that. Well, I had a couple thoughts. One is somebody ought to teach just a 1-month class on like what to do
With
your money. Not what to do to save it, what to do to make it if you have a little.
Right.
You know, should you pay your mortgage with your credit card and then pay the whatever percent on the credit card? Should you make an extra mortgage payment a year instead of just a handful of basic
Like
whatever?
top 10 things to do.
Top 10 things. I
problem
mean,
with that
people
is
are completely out of it.
But the problem is, if you had 100 guys teach that course, each guy would come up with 10 different top 10s. So what you
Yeah.
need is your own sort of. You got to read it yourself and then
Well,
find somebody you kind of relate to help you
but
out.
here's what I think you need. You need a top 10 for a single guy in his 20s, a top 10 for a young couple, a top 10
for the family
for a guy
man
who just got a raise, is making over $100,000 a year. You know, there would be a couple of different top 10s, but just some. You know, it was never discussed. It was never discussed at school. It was never discussed at home. I don't think most people, ironically, most poor people really never hear anything about
Ever.
it. They get, you know, it's like I owed the IRS, I don't know, $3,400. They gave me my minimum payment plan when I was in my 20s. I paid like $33 a month. I paid $33 a month for 6 years, and then finally, when I made a little money and decided I was just going to pay it off, it was still $3,800. I just paid the interest and the penalty every month.
Wow.
For years. I mean,
Wow.
you don't people don't realize
No
how
cap.
much it costs to be poor. Like,
It's
hey,
a lot.
if you got sterling credit, you can go in and buy a car at 4%, 3%, or 0%. If you've had a couple of bad run-ins, you're paying 18%.
Yeah.
Well, you are punished.
Harsh.
You're punished harsh. You can get a credit card, run up $5-10 debt, pay the minimum. You'll pay $50 a month for the rest of your life. You'll never get into that principle. And it's just, now you're poor and it's costing you more to be poor.
Right. Yeah.
You just get your ass kicked when you're poor. You do.
like all day.
Yeah.
It's like a non-stop kicking.
No, you realize it's just. I'll tell you how it works too. It's like it costs $2 to get the money out of the ATM.
Right.
So when you're poor, you only take $20 at a time.
Right.
Because you just can't afford to take a wad out. I would just go take $20 at a time. I didn't even have that. So it was $2 times 20. It was like 10%.
Yeah.
You're paying
Every time.
10% every time you take 10%
Of your money.
Yeah, now you get $300 out, you're paying 2%. or whatever, however it works out to be, less.
Right.
Point is you're paying 10%, so it costs more. You're filling up your car. You can't fill up your car. You got to put $5-10 in at a time. When you're poor, you got to stop at the gas station 5 times as much, using more time, all that stuff. You know what I mean? It just costs more.
So, Adam, stay rich.
Oh, man, are you kidding? Literally a millionaire, Bill. Literally.
You brought in the Rob report today.
Yeah.
Brought in the
This guy is
Rob report.
balling out of control. Came in
That's
a
right.
helicopter tonight.
That's right. Rappelled down, wearing a white blazer. Yeah, like James Bond. Erica,
Yeah.
you're 20?
No, I'm 18.
Oh, you're 18.
Yeah, I love you,
All right.
Adam.
Well, thank you. What's
Carolla.
up? Yep.
Adam.
Carolla.
Hey, Bill.
Yo.
Yeah. Trying to get, the pool game Marco Polo? Mm-hmm. Trying to get that changed to Adam Carolla.
Oh, that'd be hot.
Little nieces and nephews flapping around in the pool. Adam Carolla. Adam Carolla. Yeah?
And get into it.
That would be hot, right?
That might work. You just got to get it rolling.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Hit pool parties nationwide.
Oh, no, I'm out there. Erica?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening?
Well, yesterday my clit hood tore.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so I was wondering, the only way to get it fixed, is that just, is it even worth getting surgery over?
No, is it? Do they
Well-
repair that?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Is there actually flaps? 2 flaps now?
Well, yeah, because it's like if your tongue ring got pulled out, how...
Does it look like a snake's
But-
tongue?
Yeah,
It's a forked hood.
little one.
A little
Yes.
fork to it, but it's not when did this happen?
It just happened yesterday.
Okay, and the edges of the forked tongue aren't coming together and sort of
Right,
healing?
right.
They aren't.
Yeah, and I didn't even... The weird thing is I didn't even feel it tear out. Like, it fell, and I didn't think anything of it till later.
I think this will kind of repair itself.
Really?
Maybe I'm not imagining what you've got here. Is it actually affect the clitoris itself?
It's right above the clit.
Yeah,
So
but
it's just like if you
doesn't affect it.
It's like you
Oh,
tore out a male's prepuce. It's just
Yeah, I had my. Yeah, you're fine. I had my dog step on my nutsack today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and on it. It was on the ground.
Yeah.
It was.
Stepped his paw right through it.
Well, Adam has a prodigious sack, and so it kind of flops out in the
Yeah,
open
it just
there.
could get in the way
No,
of things.
I'm not kidding. I was wearing my bathrobe and nothing else. My dog was barking at the French door.
Yeah.
I came up behind the dog. I was sitting on the carpet. I was going to grab the dog, do a bear hug, and sort of roll backward onto my back and pull the dog and slap its belly and stuff. As I was pulling the dog backwards, I was sitting down almost kind of Indian style, just my ass. It took a step back. The nut sack was on the ground. It stepped onto the nut. It just put the full weight on the nut as I teetered the dog back on its paw. And then the dog was like, I was like, oh! And my wife was like, you're hurting her! And I was like, it's you
my
hurt her
nut.
leg. I said, it's my nut. She stepped on my nut. And I'm pretty sure she did it on purpose, still. It's one thing to get your nut hit or stepped on or smacked. It's another thing when you have your nut actually resting on terra firma.
You're talking about crushed.
And somebody steps on it.
And,
That's
and
crushed.
for about 2-3 extra seconds.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pain.
Yeah. And by the way, dogs don't back off. They don't go, got his nut.
They don't jump off.
They don't
No.
jump off. When you're, whoa, you have to do that weird dance around thing.
No, they're just standing and looking.
Yeah, see, guys got that thing like when the defensive end is rushing the quarterback, but he released the ball and they don't want to get a penalty.
So
they'll do that
release.
thing. They'll do that thing where they miss the punter or something. They'll do that with their nutsack.
Sure.
Dog, they don't got that. No. They keep going. They follow through. Speaking of that, let me just tell you something that was funny. I go home and I watch. I love football season.
Right.
And now you can turn on channel 206 or something. They just show old NFL games, and it's cool. Last night they had like Bad Boys of the NFL, and then there's Oakland Raiders, Lyle Alzado, the usual stuff, and they're interviewing Deacon Jones, the old Rams. Rams All Pro, and Deacon is one of these guys. He's so bad, he's such a badass. His eyeballs are bloodshot all the time. Like the black guys are just
look like they just drink.
They're just
liquor.
black, and their eyes are like glassy and bloodshot and everything.
It was Merlin Olsen, Youngblood,
Rosie Greer,
Youngblood
is there, and Deacon Jones.
What were they called? The Fearsome Foursome.
Fearsome Foursome. So Deacon Jones goes, well, what I would do is I'd go upside the head you know, because that's back when it was just head slapping. I mean, these guys just whack each other in the side of the head, knock the guy out, and go crush the quarterback. And they're just clotheslining and head hunting. I mean, you watch those old films from the 60s and even the 70s, guys just coming in, they would just pad their arms and they would just come flying in and clothesline everybody. And there's a guy in Denver used to do it. But anyway, so Deacon is being interviewed, and Deacon, he goes, "Now I found out when you go upside a man or a woman's head," he actually added woman into the thing.
This is like the 70s, or woman.
He found out through technique, through trial and error, that he's basically saying you whack someone in the side of the head and they'll blink for a minute and you can get around him. Right. Now, I don't know why he had to add woman.
I think Deacon Jones had to really try it out on a few women back in the day.
I mean, when you're interviewing, you're talking about a football technique. Like, we're not asking you what you do in bars. We're just saying, how do you get around the strong side tackle? And he goes, you go upside a man or woman's head. He actually added woman. I was so glad because I had a couple glasses of wine to me in the TiVo remote.
Oh, you can rewind
Let me
that.
see him say that again. That was awesome. Or a woman's head. Yeah, I'd like to talk to Deacon's first wife. See how that was going. Practice a little
She
head
can't
slap.
remember anything. She got clotheslined so many times.
I watched Paper Lion the other day.
Oh, that's a good movie.
You got to go back and see that.
I've seen it.
Paper
Recently?
Lion?
Yeah, Alan
It
Alda.
really it throws you. You got an all-pro football team doing jumping jacks and stretching the way a high school football team would.
Hey, Bill was
Hysterical.
in a classic football movie.
Any
so-and-so.
Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday.
Love
That was
film.
one of the most ambitious, I thought, portrayals of football life.
Yeah.
Because it was really real. I mean, the stuff that they cut out of the movie, I don't think the NFL would have supported, but it was just
What
real.
did they cut out?
A lot of the stuff like, the drugs, the sex.
They cut out because they were afraid the NFL would object?
Well,
or?
no, the NFL cut it out.
Oh.
Right. The NFL didn't want to
They weren't
sanction.
gonna
That's
clear
why,
stuff.
I mean, initially in the film, we were going to wear NFL uniforms.
Wow.
And the way Oliver Stone wrote the movie, it was going to be a lot of the real undertones, what's going on, the pressures, the raw deals that's going to guys that don't make their bonuses and why they're like, it was just going to be a really rough version of Any Given Sunday. So they just changed it up. We became the Sharks.
Right. Yeah.
And we paid the Penguins
like
or
the,
something,
the Tamesmen or something.
Yeah, like they just flipped the script.
The
on us.
Lancers.
Yeah. But Bill looked good in his uniform and looked like he could play.
I did. I actually went to a football camp.
You looked
Did you
like
play
you
high
knew what you were doing.
No, I never played, organized football. I was too skinny. I was like 110 pounds.
But it's funny, you moved well.
Well,
you move, you're fluid.
Well, when guys are chasing you that are really fast,
Yeah, but you can still look dorky when you're running. Believe you me. Ever seen Kimmel run? Ooh.
Is it crazy?
Oh, man.
Wolf.
Ain't a football camp big enough for him. All right, let's take a break. Bill Bellamy
We'll
in
be
studio.
back.
Drew, you look all right running, right?
Can you run?
I'm look really good for about 5 yards.
Drew
That's
looks good.
it. So you're just doing a quick
I'm
slant.
super quick.
Yeah.
Super quick. And then it's
He's a
just
possession type
then
receiver.
It's all white.
Yeah.
All white, man. Faggot better run.
Let's take ourselves a. Oh, by the way, speaking of white guys versus black guys, another thing I was watching was the running back on Denver a few years ago. He got injured. He was 2000, I don't know, rookie of the year or something. He was one of these guys. Anyway, never played high school ball.
Really?
They showed pictures of him in the band playing the drums. Like he loved to play the drums. Ain't a white guy on the planet that set the rookie record for rushing yards. Didn't play any high school ball. That just never played. Never played
Never got
Pop
around to it.
Warner. Never wanted
Was
to
in
play
the Glee Club.
There's a
high
lot of
school.
God-given talent out there.
Yeah. It don't have blue eyes either.
No.
It's not.
Well,
No.
if he's kicking field goals sometimes.
Yeah, but
that's
that guy's been kicking since he was 9.
Right.
Yeah. He knew he was going to be a kicker.
I just love hearing about these guys. This guy, I don't know. He was the Denver back. 4 years ago, he ran for 1,500 yards. He was,
I think I
Denver
know
had
who
a
you're
few
talking-
backs that was just making tons of yards. The point is he never thought about playing football in high school. Went right through. Then he went into the Marines. Still no football. He's going to be rookie of the year in the NFL. Now imagine this. Here's a guy.
Can't.
He doesn't play high school ball.
Yeah.
He then goes from high school, goes from playing the drums into the Marines. Now he's like 21, 22. He's in the Marines, and yet he's still not going to be NFL Rookie of the Year and half. He's still not there yet. Meanwhile, he's not touched a football. Do you know what I'm saying?
Unthinkable. Yeah.
Unthinkable, isn't it?
Yeah,
Unthinkable.
yeah.
All right, we'll find out that guy's name.
But why ain't you got no play, playa?
Bill Bellamy in tonight. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. All right, come on, Drew. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Drew, you typing that in?
You guys are still looking for that?
Well, Chris spent the beginning part looking for it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Chris doesn't, like if he was a fisherman, he'd have a gill net, not a harpoon. You know, he goes wide. He goes wide and starts, he was reeling it into the boat. And then he had some dolphins and some plankton and some seaweed in there. You just got to sort through it. That's all before
You're
you
getting everything.
Right, I can get it eventually, but
you start wide.
time.
All right, Drew, did you punch in NFL rookie rushing record? All right.
What year on it? 2000, 2001?
He has the record for. It's a rookie rushing record. All right. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew.
This is Bill Bellamy.
And that's Bill Bellamy. Bill can be found at the Ontario Improv Thursday through Sunday. That is this Thursday through Sunday.
Portis?
What's that?
Clinton Portis?
I don't think it's Clinton Portis.
No.
Drew, you can't find the guy who's the rookie.
I don't really have time exactly.
What do you mean you don't have time? Go find it, would you? Hey, can't you just punch that in?
I did. It didn't come up.
Didn't come up? Okay. Anderson, get on the internet and find this thing, would you? Come on, we got a question for Bill, by the way. The guy has the rookie rushing record for Denver in 2000 or 2001. I had 1,400 yards. I just want to figure out the guy's name. It's driving me nuts now. Dan?
Yo, what's going on, Adam?
Yo, you got a question for Bill?
Yeah, I do, but real quick, the running back that has the rookie rushing record is Mike Anderson from Utah.
Mike.
Utah?
He played for Denver, too?
Oh, Mike Anderson.
Yeah, Mike Anderson. He's a running back for the Denver Broncos.
For Denver, actually, Mike Anderson.
Yeah, the ironic
That's
part is there's a black guy for Utah, and he got the rookie rushing record.
Well, he got the rookie rushing record in Denver.
Yeah, in Denver, but he played college ball in Utah.
You're Mormon?
I understand that.
Yeah, and
Right,
my question for Bill was, I'm actually a young and inspiring stand-up comedian, and I was wondering, I was thinking about moving to New York to try to do stand-up.
Right.
But a bunch of the comedians that I work with tell me to move to L.A.
What do you look to do with your comedy, though? Like,
a lot of people, Adam, I'm a huge fan of Loveline. I'm actually the board op for KFMA in Tucson.
Oh, good.
I'm coming to Arizona day after tomorrow.
Why don't you go now?
Yeah, actually, hey, Bill, your buddy from How to Be a Player did a special show Sunday and Monday night at the Comedy Club down here.
Oh, really?
Get on the internet, figure out his name.
I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would tell you his name, but I don't honestly know it. So.
All right. So what do you think? Your friends say go to L.A. You think go to New York.
Well, here's the deal. It's a lovely 118 in Tucson today.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You got to go somewhere.
Go somewhere.
Yeah, you got to get out of there. The closest destination would be come to L.A., but the thing about L.A. is you have to be really, really sure of what your intentions are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to come out here and just be a stand-up, I think it's really, really difficult to start now because...
What about doing improvisational troops and that kind of thing?
You don't make any money.
You don't make any money in L.A. You know, I mean, they're really
well, you don't make
tough on letting you get on stage. You know, in New York, you can get on... in New York, you can get on stage a lot easier, I think.
But how about this? I mean, I always felt when I used to try to do stand-up that living in L.A. it was almost too tough, too competitive. If you were at a smaller town, if you could find a place, even if it's just a restaurant or something, where you could work out for a couple of years, log your time on stage, and then go somewhere. I mean,
Ace Man, I'm hearing what you're saying. In fact, I've been listening to Loveline for about 6 or 7 years.
Right.
And I actually started to do an open mic in Tucson. I'm a student at U of A, which everyone knows is a 4-year junior college, as you would call it.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my 6th year, so I'm actually getting out of there early.
Right, so you've paid your dues in terms of the open mics?
Oh, exactly. I mean, I've been doing open mic since I was 19, and I'm 22 now.
All right. Well, here's all I'm saying, and I know you're asking Bill. I'm just saying I wouldn't go to New York or L.A. without a good, tight 10, 15 minutes.
I mean, it better be hilarious.
That you could showcase to somebody and get a gig instead of just come here and start wandering around.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is I actually heard you, when you guys had David Tell on Loveline, you were asking, a lot of people use stand-up comedy as a jumping pad towards acting, writing, directing, all that.
Right.
But I actually like stand-up just for stand-up. That's all I want to do. I love stand-up. I've loved it ever since, I was a little kid.
Do it.
I mean, there's nothing can stop you. You have to love it because, I mean, I love to make people laugh. Like, at the end of the day, it is nothing that I do that makes me happier than just, like, seeing people fall over laughing. It's just it's a beautiful gift to have. But if that is the true love, then you can perform anywhere. It just depends on how far you want to take it. Because, I mean, I've performed at that Improv out there in Tempe, and it's really nice club.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's this. I think there's this almost adage or almost a belief that you just have to move. No matter where you are, if you're going to do something, you got to pack up and go to another town. It just depends on
what you want to do with it. I mean, I was good in New Jersey. I lived in New Jersey. I worked out there for like 2-3 years, and then I started, doing my thing in New York. But I didn't want to just be the best dude in New Jersey.
Right, and there's a time you outgrow it. But I'm not so sure that Dan has outgrown wherever he is.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. He's 22. Better to be good. Wait an extra year, really hone your craft, and then make the move and get a gig, then go get rejected, put your tail between your legs, and move back. Bill Bellamy is in studio tonight. You want to see him ply his trade. He's going to be at the Ontario Improv Thursday through Sunday. This Thursday through Sunday. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll speak to boyfriend wants to have threesome with girl who does drugs. Yeah, and they live in Utah. All that after this. Yeah, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew, Bill Bellamy.
Oh, man, we are like the three amigos tonight. Yeah. We're knocking the first question out the box, dominatrix.
It's
beating ass for a living.
Drawing cards.
It's good to see Bill for a living. It's good to see Bill because it's been a little while.
Yeah,
over
man,
a year,
I've been doing it. Yeah, it's been over a year. I mean, since then, I've shot 2 movies. What else I do?
TV pilot?
I did a pilot for Fox, but it didn't get picked up. It was a sports agency show called Amy Coyne, which was an ensemble. Really great idea.
Hey, I like the, what was it, Driven? What was the...
Fastlane.
Fastlane.
Yeah. Fastlane was the bomb. For everybody out there who ever watched the show, who dropped by my website and just left notes about the show, so many people got wind of it and liked it. I don't know why Fox pulled the plugs too early, I think.
Yeah, well, I think, just from watching the episodes that you did, it looked like a pretty expensive show to do.
It was
like
crazy.
Making a movie. They were like flipping cars and blowing stuff up, and it was shot like a movie. I mean, when the car rolled...
Action movie.
It was shot like an action movie. When the car rolled over, it wasn't just one long shot. It was a shot from inside the car, the shot from under the car, the camera that was mounted.
The cigarette that flew out the window.
The camera mounted to a squirrel that ran in front of the car. It was all these crazy angles. Like you realize, that 3 seconds there, that cost
about
$400,000.
Yeah.
That's what that took right there.
And then they had to pay us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was $8.
Yeah. That was $8.
Who was your partner in that?
Peter Facinelli.
What's he up to?
Well, last that I saw, he had a recurring role on 6 Feet Under.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So and Tiffany just got married.
Yep, saw that on the cover. So.
Yeah,
Tiffany,
she finally settled down.
Amber Thiessen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tiffany Amber Thiessen. But unbelievable to your ears right now. I know this is going to sound crazy. They have put the whole show, the whole season on Court TV.
I've seen it.
I'm like, whoa.
I didn't even know what it was on, but it was on somewhere. Things are getting repurposed, as they say.
Yeah.
And they're just getting rerun. We do the Andy Milonakis show on MTV, and the things over on like Bravo, like the stuff. Like it used to be, stuff would be on. It'd be on NBC for 8 years, and then it would go off the air for 6 years, and then it would pop up on USA 8 years later, something like that. Now, they showed original, the original episode they showed Sunday night on MTV is showing up like on Bravo on Tuesday.
Wow.
Like shows that they only made 6 episodes of are in syndication.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know how many Fastlane episodes
We
they
did 22.
Did 22 episodes, but there's shows like Action that you may not remember because they only did like 6 or 8 of them.
They still showing it?
Buddy Hackett. And
Yeah, right. Those things are showing up places. Like it's
I think
weird.
because there's so many channels and stuff that they need programming, so they just like, what are you doing with that Fastlane? Can I hold it?
well,
Yeah,
why not take
right.
good stuff and show it?
Why not? And as opposed to what? Just
Yeah.
showing the Indian head with the or like when we were growing up, remember you'd see like the F-15 climbing and it'd be like, and I reached up and I touched the face of God, and you'd be like, huh? Oh, it's late. I got to go to bed. Like when I hear Charlton Heston talking about touching the face of God, and I see the F-16 just flying straight up through the clouds, and I hear the patriotic music, it means, and you're going to get hit with that flatline in a second. The thing's going. You kids don't remember. TV used to end. Stores used to close. You guys don't remember. Stuff came to finished. Like
Done.
Here's the deal.
No such thing as 24 hours.
If you wanted something on a Sunday, you couldn't get it.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it was, you couldn't get it. You should have thought about that Friday.
Yesterday.
Because it's closed and it's going through the weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. There was that. No cash. You should have got your cash out the bank on Friday because you can't get it on Saturday or Sunday.
Wow.
And if you don't got any money, then you
That's
don't got any
deep.
money until Monday. And the TV shuts down about 1:32. That's it. Boom. No more.
Every night.
More, and then it'll lead off with a little show called The Farm Report about 5 a.m. You may want to stay up. If you're high enough, you can stay up for that. But now, but it meant it. There was a time when there was a time to go to bed because your TV told you.
Right.
You hear Charlton Heston talking about touching the face of God and the F-14 going up in the air. You go, okay, now it's time to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can just flip around and go. You probably find something pretty good at 4 a.m.
Of course. You're TiVo.
Oh, well, with the TiVo, you never go to sleep. Always something to watch.
Love Mr. TiVo, whoever you are.
Me too. Love that TiVo. Rena,
Yes.
you're 29.
Yes, I am.
What's up, Rena?
What's happening?
Well, not much.
Tell us your problem.
Well, my guy friend that I've been seeing for about 3 years is trying to talk me into having a threesome with this girl that's doing drugs, and she's just not what I'm into.
Rena, you a big gal?
I am.
All right, that's what I figured.
Are you a Mormon?
Jack Mormon. I smoke, I drink.
What kind of Mormon?
Jack Mormon. She is a Mormon, but she's doing drugs and alcohol.
Oh.
So.
Oh, that's cool.
What's Jack Mormon?
Way to
It's
fight
called a
it.
Jack Mormon.
Oh, they call it Jack Mormon?
Alcoholic Mormon. It's basically what
Wow,
that
I
is.
like that.
Like, is that because of Jack Daniels?
What do I call it Jack? Where's the Jack part come from?
I'm not totally active in the church, but I was baptized a Mormon.
No, but where does the name
Does it
Jack?
ever- do
I
we ever
know.
get an answer?
Never know.
Then I'm
Never
a
get an
Jack
answer.
Mormon.
Where does the name come from?
I'm a Jack atheist.
What did that refer to when it was first used, the term Jack Mormon?
Now the phone
I'm
cuts
not
out.
exactly sure. I just
Okay.
Okay, we don't
I
want to
just-
Stop right
confuse
there.
her, doctor.
I know.
All right.
Probably one of the
Here we
founding Mormon members was always drunk, and his name was Jack.
All right. Look up Jack Mormon, Engineer Chris. Thank you. Few short days, we'll have an answer to this question.
Just to
All
let
right,
you guys
Rena,
know,
so-
I love your guys' show every night.
Thanks, baby doll. So you're a big gal.
I called last week and got hung up on.
I'm sorry about that.
We didn't mean to.
And who hung up on you? We didn't hang up on you.
I can't remember the guy's name. I didn't get
Oh.
to talk to you guys. It was a guy that answered, and
Yeah. He's,
Click.
It was the
he's a
same
screener.
question.
Yes, give him a raise, by the way. It means he's doing his job.
We don't have a guy screener, though.
All right.
Anderson.
And we don't have a guy screener. So, okay, so we were saying
You're not into this girl. Is this a boyfriend?
it's a guy she's been
A guy
seeing
friend,
for 3
yeah.
years.
So some guy was just having sex with
Rena,
you.
you deserve a little better, baby doll.
Right.
Now, what's going on with your life? Because here's my plan. I want to whip you into shape, not only physically but emotionally, and then have you build up your confidence and have you get a guy who appreciates you.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on? How much do you weigh?
I weigh almost 200 pounds.
All right.
Now we've
Well,
had
under
callers.
200 pounds right now.
Where do you work?
By the way, we've had callers call in to tell us that they were healthy, but not fat.
210.
220.
I work at a
229.
place called Chromalox in North Ogden.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And what do you do there?
I fill the heating elements.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's a
Okay.
sexy job. And what do they make?
What do you mean, what do they make?
Uh-oh. What do they manufacture there?
Heating elements for like the stoves and popcorn machines and...
Okay.
All right. We want to
Gotcha.
talk about Fastlane, Bill. This is Fastlane. You
Yes,
work
sir.
Again, the what do they make in her mind? Who are you referring to?
right.
If
Who's
the
that?
girl, I had a question that
All
came
right.
popped into my head. Is it because the girl's not that cute, or it's not your type, or
Or that
would you
she's a
just
drug
not,
addict.
or you just not into drug addict girls who aren't cute?
Well, she's a drug addict, plus I'm not my type.
All right. So
Is he
Rena,
already
I'm
having
not
sex
into
with?
girls.
Is he already having sex with this girl?
No.
All right. So what the hell?
best- and why you
Well,
hang
actually,
around?
no, I take that back. He has been.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
By the way, that's not an easy one to screw up. I mean, is he having? No, he's not. No, he's not. Yes, he is.
No, just wait a second.
He's on top
yeah,
of
now
her
that you
now.
mention it, yeah.
Yeah, Rena, what the hell's wrong with you? What happened? Your dad left?
No, my dad and my mom are still together.
Well, what's wrong with your self-esteem that you would be with this guy for 3 years? I mean, you're 29. Do you have a couple kids from a relationship that went bad?
I have one child, a 5-year-old,
All right.
with
So look,
my ex-husband, which we were married for about almost 4 years.
where's
Was
your
he-
ex-husband
was he,
now?
Was he an abusive a-hole?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Like your old dad, like
Something's
that.
wrong. Dad.
I get a definite been beaten.
Yeah.
Been beaten,
Okay.
been
Let
beaten.
me explain what happens. Here's the syndrome.
Dad beats on her
Biological dad likes to booze a little, and likes to beat a little,
and neglect a lot.
So neglect, a little bit of beating, a little bit of whatever. Kid gets horrible self-esteem, hooks up with abuser, pops out a kid with the abusive guy. The abusive guy whacks around a little. Eventually, she gets away with him, but she starts eating, and she has the 5-year-old. So now she's carrying around a 5-year-old, and she's carrying around an extra 50 pounds, and a guy comes in, and this guy knows because it's like she's desperate.
Right,
She's
he can
wounded.
sniff it. He can sniff.
She's
the,
got the baggage. She's got the extra weight. She's got
Good
the
one.
extra kid. Now he can go in there, and if he's with a hot skinny chick with no kid, that chick's like, listen, buddy, we've been together for 3 years. I'm 29. I'm going to be wasting my life with your ass.
Right.
Now, we're getting married, or you're going to ask her to get off the pot. But she can't call anything out to this guy because she's got the kid and she's got
beaten.
the weight,
And she
and
got
she's
the-
beaten down. And this guy, he just takes advantage of her. Like, look, I'll be banging this chick, and then I'll be over to bang you a little bit later.
When we have a real good time and bring them both together. Come
Right.
on, what do you think?
And he knows, and so it's always that sort of thing where, like, where are you going? You're like, you know what it is? You're in the middle of a desert. It's 120 degrees, and you got the only shade, and the person's threatening to walk out. Yeah,
Right.
go ahead. Just start walking.
do it.
Yeah, take your half-filled canteen and start walking. You'll be back. They know you're not going anywhere. Now you got to get your own umbrella. You got to get yourself a half track.
She's got to get a mojo.
You got to
back.
get a dune buggy and a Mojo. Mojo would be a good name for an all terrain. Like if Explorer came out with the Mojo.
Ooh.
Oh
Write
man,
that down.
I got that new mojo.
Hey, all this weird
Did you
stuff
get the inline 6 or the supercharged 4?
reminded me that I've got Strictly Sex with Dr. Drew. If you're listening on Wednesday night at midnight, interesting show on what people are fearful of with sex, penis phobias. And
I think I have one.
I know.
Rena,
Yes.
Rena. Now here's your plan.
Discovery Health Channel.
You need to reclaim your life, and you need to get your mojo back. You understand? Here's how you have to do it. First off, dump this guy.
Yeah.
You've wasted 3 years with this a-hole.
He doesn't give a rat's.
He doesn't give an
Damn.
rat's ass about you. Get rid of him. You're better off alone. First thing you need to do is realize you can be alone.
Yep.
Second thing you need to do is regroup, and then we're going to have you step up. Regrouping means get some nutrition, get some exercise, drop those extra pounds.
Self-care.
Self-care. Get yourself some schooling, step up in your career, work on your career, work on your physique, exercise, good nutrition, good career stuff. Year off.
Good time.
Just working on your career, just working on you, getting strong, getting healthy, feeling good, and then you can go out and have a normal relationship, all right?
All right.
Way to go, Rock.
Let's go. You hear me?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Then do it.
Yeah.
Call us back in a year.
Don't
Okay.
play,
She
Rena.
ain't gonna do it. But listen,
What is that?
they're not. Look,
What is that?
I've realized. I've really been studying people over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I realize They don't change. They
No,
don't,
they don't.
want to change.
Here's when they change.
And if they were going to change, they would have done it.
They change when they believe they're going to die. If they don't, that's when they change. But what I understand is you come up with some good ideas, and her thing is like,
Like whatever.
like what?
She's sitting there with Krispy Kreme.
Right. Well,
like-
she obviously was whacked around a little.
But
by
still,
Dad.
that's that inability to be objective, the inability to go, God, that's a great idea. I don't know if I can do it.
Well, she's angry at men.
So she blows it off. You think you know?
She's angry at men. I know her dad had to whack her
Of
around.
course.
Rena, tell us what your dad did to you.
My dad didn't do anything to me.
He never hit you.
No.
Who hit you?
My ex-husband did.
No, when you were a kid. We know that.
Before that,
Yeah.
what got you hooked up with that guy? I mean, what was your dad? Was he an alcoholic?
Yes.
All right. And he never raised his hand to you.
No.
He was never scary when he was drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my bourbon?
What would he do when he was drunk that was scary?
He'd get upset with my mom.
So he'd beat on her?
All right. Listen,
Well, he's not the type to beat on people, on his
All right,
family.
your dad was an alcoholic and freaked you out with men, though.
Yes.
All right,
And he was
Rena.
abusive, so you sought out an abusive guy who upped it to the next level with you.
Yeah, Rena, do me, please. I know this is amusing to you that I would give you some advice that you might want to use. Forget about you. How about your goddamn kid? You got a 5-year-old that's on the brink of being effed up.
Yep.
You're exposing this kid to horrible people, just like dear old dad. How about you do it on behalf of your kid? How about you get your ass together on behalf of your child?
Otherwise, he'll be a Jack Mormon.
Yeah, maybe that'll be some motivation
Oh,
for
well,
you.
Adam, that's for you to say. You're just
Yeah.
the man.
Oh,
you
no,
you
here's
think
one.
you know what's right.
I love my kid. Are you kidding?
I'm a great mom.
I'm a great
How
mom.
dare
I
you?
love my kid. They never see me cook the meth. They never see me turn tricks. They don't see me hammering those welfare checks. They don't see any. No, they don't see it. They feel
He's
it.
always asleep.
Yeah, they feel it. Kid knows everything. Doesn't have to see anything.
Once again, we don't, no appreciation that there's things we know cognitively, intellectually, and the things we feel.
Right.
We don't have to actually know precisely what's going on, but we have horrible feelings as a result.
Yeah. I'm telling you, your kid would be better off seeing something freaky every once in a while than just living with the
At
effed up
least he
person.
wouldn't feel like he's responsible for how he's
Yes,
feeling.
living with all that depression.
Todd, 20.
Yes,
What's happening?
nothing much. I was just calling to your guys' thing about Jack Mormons.
Right. Hey, hold on. Engineer Chris is on that. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, you got it? So
That's
what
all
do you
I
got?
needed.
What you got, Chris?
I bet they're very different. Go ahead.
The origin of, wait, hold on, dude. Okay. The origin of the term actually comes from Missouri during the Kirtland period of the church, circa 1834, when the Mormonites were expelled from Jackson County. Many of them fled to Clay County. These citizens of Clay, who were sympathetic and friendly toward the Mormons, were I don't know what that's
Prejudicial?
Yeah, something like that. Labeled Jack Mormons by the citizens of Jackson County.
I got something way different, Chris.
What does that have to do with using alcohol?
Well, these are Mormons that were excommunicated
They were
and
kicked out.
Yeah.
kicked out, and so they're called Jack Mormons.
Yeah, so
What do you got, dude?
Jack Mormons were basically people that were nice to the Mormons.
They were nice to the Mormons.
They were nice to the Mormons.
Well, maybe the Jackson County people were nice to the Mormons.
And that where the
Right.
Jack came
So
from.
that's where it came from. And now today it's used as a term for people that are, I guess, are members of the church but just don't want to associate themselves with the church.
Don't follow the precepts.
So
Yeah,
it really
they don't
has
follow
nothing.
the teachings or the precepts. So they kind of do what they want to. And some people ask them, they're like, well, I'm a Jack Mormon.
All right.
I got
And,
something way different.
What do you
what do
got?
you got?
I got it came from Jack Rabbit because they look like rabbits, but they're actually hares.
No, that's not true.
That's what I got. That's cool. I liked it.
I'm going with Anderson on this one.
I like the whole Jack Daniels thing.
I do too.
It seemed a little more rugged. Like, I don't want to go all by the rules, but me and this Jack D, man.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
gotta
going
be
with Bill and Chris and Anderson and the caller on this one.
No problem.
All right, thanks, Todd.
All right, you have a good night.
Nice one.
Thanks.
You know, the thing that's dangerous about the internet is it makes everyone feel smart. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I deal with that all the time. Is that
You do,
people-
because people getting on the
Well, they
getting
get
on
in
the
and they
internet.
bring in a bunch of information
Yeah.
that I've known since second year medical school.
Right.
And then what I feel like saying is, what do you think I did for the 8 years that followed the second year of medical school? That just having the information is just the very, 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 very beginning of training in clinical medicine.
Well, even worse, they get some information written by some jack-off in Florida about holistic healing, and they bring that crap in.
That's right. But I'll even give them the information is good. But the information is yet 1,000 miles away from judgment and wisdom and understanding about clinical circumstances, which the science is just sort of a sketchy understanding of what you're really actually dealing with in the human setting.
Yeah.
So it just gets very frustrating.
You see, Drew, as a carpenter, no matter what someone looks up on the internet, they still can't handle that worm drive high point saw.
Well, that's a similar issue, right? You have experience handling that saw, but people don't see it that way because I have a body and now I understand it, therefore I'm an expert.
Now, the thing that's always good about carpentry is the tools scare the crap out of everybody.
Right.
I just dropped my wallet. And I think it was my cell phone. They're expensive and they scare people because their blades spinning around and they're freaked out.
Yeah.
So that's always good as a carpenter. James?
Yeah, hi.
You're 19?
Yep.
What's happening?
First off, I'd just like to say congratulations on your Comedy Central show. I saw the commercials for that. It looks like it's going to be funny.
Ah, thanks. I haven't seen that yet. It sounds funny, but I haven't seen the promos.
Yeah, the promos are kind of weak, but, you're a funny guy. I'm sure the show.
Well, I haven't, I did promos for that show that aren't airing yet. Those are their promos.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
My
it's pretty
promos
much
will
just
start
like
airing
a picture
soon.
of you, and it says, like, hey, we gave Adam Carolla a show, and it's like, okay.
Right.
I'm sure people who don't know who you are like, okay, who is this guy? But my problem, it's not really
James is full of compliments.
I know.
It's awesome.
I feel better by the minute just talking to James.
I actually think James is not one of those negative guys. He just kind of fumbled into
He should do some motivational speaking. Like James be up there like, I'm glad y'all could join me here. Let's give yourselves a hand for being so pathetic that you needed to attend this motivational seminar. Now, obviously, I'm the smart one here because I got your money, but give yourselves a hand. You guys are fantastic. You're looking good tonight, except for this fat guy here. This guy doesn't look so good. Looks like also has male pattern baldness and maybe a little herpes starting to
But don't
form.
worry,
But let's go now. Let's give yourselves a hand now. Yes. It's just when it starts feeling good, he chops you down. But I like his reasoning. He's got bold reasoning. It's like people that don't know who you are could see that thing and say, well, here's this guy.
Somebody gave him a show.
Somebody gave this guy a show. All right. All righty.
All right, James.
All right, James.
My basic thing is I've always sort of been attracted to women with trauma in their past. I mean, my mom is bipolar. She's manic depressive, and I think that probably has a lot to do with it.
Yes, it does.
But I mean, you guys I always hear you guys talking about how, like, abusive guys have kind of that uncanny, like, sixth sense about telling, like, somebody.
Oh, no. We have there's two versions. There's the guy that's a victimizer that knows a good victim, and then there's you.
Right, I'm the exact opposite. Like,
that's right. Then there's
women who are victim types, but I'm like I've got like the Messiah complex. Like I think I can help them all.
Go read my book. Go by Cracked. That's all about that.
Yeah, and then you can watch my show, and then you can go down and see Bill at the Ontario.
And then Discovery Health Channel Wednesday night, midnight.
And then I got a show coming out on TLC, Home Improvement Show, that's really more about improving yourself than it is about the home, so you want to check that out.
No, in all seriousness, though, that's what
Bill's got a DVD that's coming out September 20th called Back to My Roots. You might want to check that out. That could help, too. Yeah.
But it is about the experience of maintaining boundaries and how you really can help people by not rescuing them.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, do you think?
All right, buddy. I think I have enough time.
So what
He gave me a couple backhanded compliments. Trying to keep moving. Yeah, we got to take a break. Jessica.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, you got
What's
a little something called Germany or Florida for us?
Yeah, I do.
All right, everyone hang tight. Bill Bellamy is in studio tonight. We're going to come back with Bill, and we're going to play a round of a game known as Germany or Florida after this.
Slamming you all over the front lawn.
Yeah. Bill just talking about what someone did to me on the lawn.
That wasn't cool, man.
Bill Bellamy.
You got a new show. I'm happy for you, man. You've been in the game a long time. You like my brother from another mother.
Bill Bellamy in studio tonight. You know what I like about Bill? He's happy.
Always.
I've always been happy.
Why
Way
not
to go,
be
B?
happy?
There he is, 4 years ago, being happy.
I'm just saying, you know what? I'm doing what I love to do, man. Seriously, and I just dig it. I take my life fun every day. Even though things get stressful sometimes, I just don't let it get me down.
You know, but here's what I think. I wonder. I think people think, and I don't even know if you can answer this, but people think that people that seem to be in a good mood a lot of the time or seem to be positive a lot of the time have these dark moments where they go home and the tears of a clown start to come in. It's real quiet. I'm doing an interview.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're sort of compensating.
Now, there's obviously bad news is bad news to everybody, and tragedy is tragedy to everybody, but you just seem generally to have a better energy, to be in a better mood, almost.
I think you know when people are compensating, and Bill ain't compensating.
Right. Bill doesn't feel like he's dancing like some chick with an eating disorder.
Nah.
We have a lot of good-looking women that do that. They make us feel happy, right? But they don't, and they seem happy. No, there's that. But they seem happy, but they have to make sure that you're happy with them, so you feel happy, but you realize, hey, that wasn't necessarily a happy person.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get you.
That was a person that was That was
needed
a person,
you to be happy.
That was a person that didn't want you to find out they were sad, so they acted happy.
Or they were angry or shameful.
They overcompensate.
Yeah. Bill seems happy.
Period.
But I am genuinely a happy person. If you met any of my friends, most people would be like, Bill's always positive, always whatever. Because I that's who I am. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I am, going to be encouraging to you. I have fun,
1 second,
but I have bad days.
Sidebar. Those chicks would say the same thing, though.
They'd say that's who I am.
Yeah, all my friends would say.
I know, but you start talking to them.
No, but I'm serious. I haven't killed anybody in about 2 years.
Oh, see?
No, I believe, we get that feeling from Bill, though.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. And Bill busts himself up, which I like, too. Because you got to live with yourself. So you might as well think you're funny.
Cracks his own ass up.
Yeah.
I'm good to me.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good to Bill. Bill's on Bill. The thing is it's something that's not talked about that much in terms of people are talking about being successful, people are talking about financial wealth, or people talk about education, or people talk about health, physical health, or even mental health. They don't really talk about just the pure and simple, see if you can have a happy life, see if you can be in a good mood. And I don't even know how much of that you change. I mean, I got a happy dog, but not all dogs are happy. I think my dog just came out happy. My dog's one of these dogs.
Adam came to work tonight deciding that people can't change. I
decided, no, here's what I'm saying. When my dog wags its tail, the whole body bends. It's got one of them full body wag. And then there's other dogs that just aren't that way. Now, they're all happy if you give them a bone.
Right.
My dog's just happy when it doesn't have a bone.
Right.
And everyone's happy when they win the lotto, but are they happy just in the middle of the week,
general,
in the
just
middle of
walking
the day?
down the street.
Regular day, regular week.
Most people not.
Whatever. Most people aren't. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with any kind of financial wealth or any kind of material possession or anything like
it's a
that.
Psychological thing.
No,
and it may even be genetic.
But do you think this, Drew? Do you think that there are just certain people like Bill who are quite a bit happier than the general populace, and there's certain people that are quite a bit less happy than the general populace?
No doubt.
And it's not all connected to alcohol or drugs or abuse or
I
anything.
think the lion's share of that is genetic.
It's just
your code.
Just the way the dog. Just the way the dog would be.
Yeah, there's some dogs that just seem to mope around, and other dogs are just like flopping around and seem happy all the time.
Yeah.
And
Hyper.
Same owner, same situation, same diet, same everything. Just seem to be in a better mood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
It can happen.
Profound.
So I'm okay.
So you're lucky, Bill.
I think I got lucky, man. The way they program me, I'm good.
So basically,
did you get programmed, though?
Yeah, they threw me in the Matrix happy.
But this is back to that genetic hand thing. Now, the question then becomes, because we've been big on not being able to change your physical somatic genetic hand. Can you change your psychological genetic hand?
Whoa. I don't know that you can change your disposition.
Right.
I believe that you can do away with things like drugs, alcohol, bad relationships, bad dead-end jobs, things like that make you less happy. But I don't know if you're ever going to be Bill Bellamy if you're just not. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
If you're Dave Attell, I don't think you're ever going to be Bill Bellamy, even if you quit the chain smoking and the booze.
Even if he became a crazy mega movie star and had everything, I think he'd still be Dave Attell.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah,
I didn't know this was
a different angle.
Intervention.
Yeah, that's Dave Attell, by the way.
We tried to intervene, but didn't work.
Yeah, you're just not going to be Bill Bellamy.
No.
All right. Jessica,
Yo.
23.
Yeah.
You ready to play a little Germany or Florida?
Are you ready to play?
Yeah, here's how the game goes, Bill.
All right.
We hear the effed up story, and then we guess. Did it come out of Germany or Florida?
Okay.
Because all effed up stories are either from Germany or Florida. See, he's having a good time already.
Oh, my God. What part of Florida?
Florida! David Allen Greer.
Florida!
David Allen Greer, not a happy guy. Tormented.
Tormented
Not
unhappy,
genius.
but tormented.
All right, but let me say this, too. How about this? Okay. This is going to sound heavy.
Go to hell!
And I don't mean it any disrespect to Bill Bellamy.
Or Dag.
Dag. David Allen Greer, probably smarter than the three of us put together.
Yeah.
But tortured.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Tortured genius.
Most are.
We're, Bill, probably not as smart as David Allen Greer. David Allen Greer's a genius. Musically, comedically, the guy's a
got
genius.
a lot going on.
But I think he pays the price.
Well,
I think he's turned his brain on himself. You know, your brain is like a weapon. It's like a gun you shoot yourself with.
My dogs, the shepherds, bright as hell. Anxious.
My dog, dumb as a mop handle.
Happy all the time.
Happy as hell.
Go.
Wow.
I'm
Correlation
just
there.
saying, there ain't
man.
no correlation between smart and happy, and I think it goes the other direction. I don't know if David Allen Greer could ever truly be happy because his brain's working too fast all the time, and he knows he should be
I took
miserable.
that flight with him back from Newark, and he was trying to sleep and was like sitting up in his sleep and talking and moving, doing soliloquies and stuff. It was hysterical.
I think what you want for your kids is you want them to be smart enough to make a buck. You want them smart enough to,
not dumb enough to be happy.
But dumb enough to be happy. Smart enough to make a buck. Dumb enough to enjoy the money.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what you're looking for.
That's the one.
Dave, smart enough, too smart. Smart enough for the buck.
Can't get happy.
Can't get happy.
Can't get a teaspoon of happy.
Jessica.
Hey.
All right, so Germany or Florida, go ahead.
Okay. A 76-year-old woman was arrested for selling crack cocaine by putting the drugs in her purse and lowering them by rope from her second-story window. Police said they found a gun and ammunition in her house, as well as a purse attached to a rope next to her bed. Germany or Florida?
That all goes Florida.
Yeah,
that really goes
You hear
Florida.
crack, you hear guns,
Elderly.
elderly. Yeah, you hear all that.
I'm hearing Miami.
The rope,
Miami,
lowering the rope down. That all
Yeah.
sounds like.
Bill, you just go states. You don't have to go cities.
Yeah, but that's Miami.
Oh, you go Miami.
This
Wow.
isn't northern Florida. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not northern Florida.
All right, we're going Florida on this
South
one.
Florida.
You're absolutely right. Jacksonville,
Yeah.
Florida.
Where's
Yeah.
Jacksonville? Where's Jacksonville?
It's
middle,
on the
right?
west. It's
Yeah,
on the
it's
west
not
coast
that
of
close
Florida,
to
I think.
Miami, is it?
Middle. No, it's not
But
the
it's
middle.
South Florida, though.
Yeah.
It is. All right, you know
All right.
Florida.
I know my Florida, man.
Thanks. Well, that's how the game is played.
Only one?
Well,
Oh, man, I was getting ramped
it's an
up.
exciting game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it got me woke. It's just
We get to, we'll hear some other ones. Someone
All right.
else call in with a Germany or Florida. Let's talk to Darren, who's 20. Darren?
Hey, Adam.
Carolla. But listen,
Hey,
listen.
you don't exclaim the name.
You got to do it sing-songy.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah, you don't do it like that.
Right.
You don't want me to come down and play ball. You're in a swimming pool, your eyes are closed, you're flapping around. Adam.
Carolla.
Adam.
Carolla.
Fish out of water.
See?
You see how it goes, Darren?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay, buddy, what's up?
Well,
He's calling from Alaska. So
They don't have pools. up
well,
there.
they have pools they play. They're called hockey rinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Darren.
up here in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just finding out how Adam Carolla picks up the ladies, because up here in Alaska, I tell you, you got to be talented.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
hard
what
to
is-
pick up
give
ladies.
us a
Is
more
it too
specific
cold?
question.
Yeah, Adam Carolla's married, but he used to do it by being on MTV, like Bill.
Yeah.
High five. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no aphrodisiac like MTV.
Oh, it's gotta
Yeah,
be
it's
sexy.
nice. Yeah. Darren.
Well, huh?
Okay, hold on. I don't think Darren has a question, does he?
J.O.
He was confused by the Adam Carolla thing that he brought up.
You know what I was just thinking? You could use this song. It goes, Adam Carolla, live down the road. Do, do, do. You remember that song?
No.
He lost his baby 2 months ago. It's called Shay Shay LaFawn, but never mind.
What year are we talking about?
I don't know. This is 80s. You could flip it and make it your song. Because it was a song written about Tommy Mottola.
Oh, it was? Oh, yeah, I know that
Remember that song?
Yeah.
You got to flip it and put your own words on it, and then Carolla.
Was Tommy Mottola who's married to Mariah Carey?
Yes.
Tommy Mottola, the super record
duper
guy?
rich super duper executive.
I'll tell you, record execs are sort of the rich version of restaurant managers.
At one time, they had their time, too.
You know how restaurant managers are all sleazeballs that just want to nail hostesses, and that's part of the gig? That's part of the reason they get in it. You're a 41-year-old guy. You manage a restaurant, and you
have
just
a hot hostess.
You bang every 19-year-old college hostess that comes in there, and they flip over every 6 weeks. Record guys, these guys are like in their 50s and just nailing world-class 20-year-old ass all year long. They're quietly doing it. You know what I mean? And what else? See, now the celebrities that do it are getting into tabloids, they're getting into trouble, they're getting out there, and they're called, the record guys. And it's almost, this is Tommy Mottola did this with Mariah Carey, and then there's what's her name? What, the French guy, and what's wife?
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Yeah.
And
her husband's like 109.
You always hear these stories too, where it's like, well, I was 55 and she was 12, but we didn't do anything physically until she was 18. Like, you guys worked that out.
I was very
patient.
It's
important to get on the same page. Yeah, you hung around for 6
How
years.
evolved of you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's right. You're on your second bypass surgery when you popped a cherry? Is it just after the second bypass, or you're completely bald? Yeah. Awesome. But here's my point. They don't get the scumbag label.
No.
They fly under, or maybe they're so far over the radar no one sees them. But whatever,
smart business.
Whatever it is, there's a bunch of 50, and these guys are all the same guy. They're like bald and fat, and they got a big schnoz on them. They're not even, at least the Hollywood actor is, the guy's 48, but he's good looking.
Right, still in shape.
Yeah, these guys are like roly-poly, and there's something about pulling the strings in the music industry, and that's nonstop tail. And no one says anything. And then it just becomes, oh, yeah, that guy, he's with a new 20-year-old every...
Oh, yeah. She's got an album
Quincy
coming out.
Jones. Oh, forget about it. Forget about it.
Century.
Oh, I'd like to smell that guy's penis. I would like to smell Quincy's penis.
He's knocked down some really nice stuff,
hot
too.
blonde after the next, and it just keeps going. And then...
He's 70-something.
He's 90 years old. He's on hot 19-year-old right now.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing, too. And here's what you want to establish in your life. You just established that's what you do. See, here's what I'm saying. Like Snoop Dogg, he smokes pot wherever he wants to smoke pot. You see, when he does Jimmy Kimmel Live... He's smoking a doobie in the green room. They come walking, oh, hey, would you like an ashtray? If I was smoking a joint, I'd be tackled and dragged out of the place and thrown out in the alley. You know what I mean? Like, you established that this is what you do. This is
how I get down.
This is what I do, and that's it. Like, hey, you're Quincy Jones. You bang hot blondes that are 40 years younger. Hey, that's what I do. Hey, whoa, I'm Quincy Jones. Leave me alone.
Come on, baby. Close the door.
Smart. I'm Tommy Mottola. This is what I do.
That's what people do, and it's bad times.
What do you mean bad times? It's diabolical. It's
diabolical.
Genius.
It's not good for the people
Snoop
they do it to.
gets to smoke his weed. I gotta
it's
go.
Not good for them in the long run.
If I want to smoke weed, I gotta go into my basement and climb into a steamer trunk and light up a joint. Snoop, he's on commercial flights with a bong.
Oh yeah, and
he just smokes pot. Where what people are actually, when they see Snoop, like
they
Snoop,
give him weed.
Snoop could be taking a tour of the White House, and they'd be like, "Mr. Dog, why aren't you smoking marijuana?" He's like, "Well, I just blew a blunt. I'm just tired. Hey, here's another one. Then you gotta light it up. This part of your
GW got this one for you.
That's your thing. Yeah, it's like the Marlboro Man not having a butt. Come on, let's go. I'm just saying, Drew. If you're into something,
no, you're right.
Instead of hiding
that's how they get away with that.
Yeah,
stuff.
Instead of hiding it and getting busted, establish that's what you do.
That's how you roll.
Remember Slash from Guns N' Roses?
Yep.
There was no place that guy couldn't smoke.
Yep.
There was no smoking everywhere except for where Slash was. Slash would light up a cigarette. Slash, operating room, airplane.
We were doing an
set.
interview with him once, and he dropped a cigarette into his boot. Remember that?
Down his boot.
He just, oh, man.
It was comical, which is Slash is, he's doing our TV show, and of course he's smoking because no one else could. If I lit up a cigarette in my dressing room, I'd be fired. But Slash could just go out there and smoke. He's Slash. He smokes. That's what he does. He's Snoop. He's Quincy. He just do what he does. He lights up the cigarette. I asked to see his tat that's on his back. I think he starts pulling his shirt up over his head. While he's pulling his shirt up over his head to show me his tat, he knocks the cigarette out. The cigarette falls down the motorcycle boots, which are unbuckled and just sort of flared at the top. They fall into the boot, and he just proceeds to keep showing me his tat.
Well, he looks down and says, "Oh, that."
No, I don't think he even really computed. Now,
I remember you bring it to his attention.
I brought it to his attention. Now he's going, look at that. It's a snake, and it says slash a snake pit. And I'm like, when he seems like, oh, that's awesome. But meanwhile, I'm thinking, your foot's on fire. Your foot's on fire.
Right.
And he keeps talking about it. I'm like, slash your boot, and the smoke's coming out of the boot.
Yeah, there was.
I'm just saying,
that's a drag.
If you're into something, whether it's smoking or smoking weed or banging young chicks or doing whatever you do, instead of sneaking around with it and eventually getting popped, put it out there. That's what you do.
We got another Germany or Florida.
Ooh.
But after.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with Bill Bellamy, whose thing is just being happy, as far as I know.
I'm just happy, dude.
Bill is just happy to be here. He's going to be happy to be at the Ontario Improv. See, that's good radio, Drew. Thursday through Sunday. This Thursday through Sunday. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with Bill's favorite new game. A little something called Germany or Florida. Yeah, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Happy Bill Bellamy.
We're in the house, y'all. We riding out. We got a lot of stuff done, though. We helped a few people. My favorite caller was the dominatrix.
Yeah,
we opened with strong.
I mean, we opened up with
We got out of the gate strong. Yeah. That was like how Drew used to play ball. Good first step.
Oh, man.
That's what that dominatrix was. First 5 steps.
Got 5 steps.
Right out of the block.
Love her.
Then everyone passed him by.
Can you do dominatrix light where it doesn't get too rough? Just a little.
I'm sure our lovely caller would take anything, do anything for money. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's light, heavy, whatever.
I just wouldn't know. I mean, I've never done anything like that, but I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, what's the first 2-3 things just getting you into kindergarten at dominatrix?
Well, I think everyone's got a little bit of that. Yeah, you love it, baby. You know what I mean? Doesn't everyone got a little bit of that rough trade in them?
Yeah.
And most women like a little slap on the behind too. A little slap in the behind, like Deacon Jones used to say. You just go upside a man or a woman's head.
Eric, 25. Let's go.
All right, Germany or Florida?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
What's
Bill
happening?
Bellamy?
Yeah, what's up, Doug?
That show, Fastlane, man, that was a really good show. I don't know why they canceled it either.
Thank you, dog. Fox is on crack.
I'll tell you why they canceled it, because it was ahead of its time.
That's it. You know what
Good
it is?
answer.
It's the audience wasn't smart enough to appreciate that show.
That's right.
Another good one.
Yeah, that's good too.
This guy's hot. He's 2 for 2.
Eric, you've called before, yes?
Yes, sir. You have a very good memory.
Oh, this is the guy that does the imitation, the Adam imitation.
Oh, yeah.
He works in a post office.
Yeah.
No. Print shop.
Print shop. That's
Print shop. Let's see.
There you go.
True. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a little? Why don't you read the Germany or Florida as me?
But you know what? We did that last time, and
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
I'm saying things that you say
learned.
Doesn't make any sense.
You have to say Adam isms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just me making a ridiculous voice, and I make an ass of myself.
All right. Well, why don't you do a couple Adam isms then before you read the Germany or Florida?
I don't have my list in front of me. How about after the Germany or Florida, I'll go grab my list.
All right. How about next time you call the show, you have the goddamn list?
No,
in front
because
of you?
last time we abused you. I'm surprised you're asking him to do this. you knocked him down last time. Told him never to do that.
Adam, you know what you said to me last time? You said, sometimes you have a friend who says she has a friend that looks like Cindy Crawford, but when you meet her, she's actually kind of fat, but she has a mole.
Right.
You gave me all kinds of crap. So
Right.
He was never going to do Adam again.
You were
Trust
bad
me.
Adam, huh?
He was just never going to do it again.
All right. Well, I'm going to trust the Adam that spoke some months ago and just go with the Germany or Florida then. All right, buddy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And is this stuff true about you leaving the show?
It's getting close.
Like, what kind of time frame are we talking about?
Well, if I'm going to replace Stern, and I'm not sure I'm going to replace Stern yet, but there are definitely those rumblings, it would probably be around the first of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'd hate to see you go, man. I've been listening for over 5 years, and you've been getting me through a lot of late nights, you and Drew both.
I'd kind of hate to see me go, too, but, this is one of those once-in-a-lifetime types of opportunities that you just can't let go by.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I'll get to the Germany or Florida for Bill here.
All right.
Hook me up, dog.
All right, dog.
Germany or Florida. Germany or Florida.
I like the scat one better.
Germany or Florida.
Yeah, this is David Allen Greer, too. This is the jazz version.
Is it Germany? Oh, Florida. Hey! Germany.
So tortured.
I like the ending of this best.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, dum.
Big ending. Big crescendo. Yep, he's home crying right now into his Chardonnay. Go ahead, Eric.
What's getting him to replace you in the show here?
I don't know.
No.
It's a good question.
Okay, Germany, Florida. Okay.
Drew would stab him with a pen. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, a 34-year-old man was admitted to a hospital after trying to commit suicide by swallowing a can full of expanding foam.
Ooh.
Surgeons had to operate to remove the 8-inch block of foam from the man's stomach. He later died as a result of internal bleeding. Germany or Florida?
I heard of this. It was a while ago.
I heard of it too.
Expansion foam.
Yeah, it's that polypropylene expanding stuff that they use in construction.
We
I've used a lot of that stuff. That, and by the way, that is the baddest ass stuff ever known to man. You put a dollop on it. Put a dollop on the table, that stuff the size of it, just what you put for shaving cream, it'll expand the size of a beach ball.
Wow.
And if the stuff makes contact with your skin, you just pick it off for the next 3 weeks. And if it gets on your clothes,
forget it.
You just have to cut that part out. You can't actually, it takes the fabric with it.
Wow.
It's crazy badass stuff.
So it's like expandable glue or something?
I couldn't think. It's polystyrene that expands, or polypropylene or something, and it ends up getting hard.
All right, let's go Germany. I'll go Florida.
I'm going Germany.
Okay.
I'm going Florida, too.
Okay.
Eric?
Yes, it is Frankfurt, Germany.
Who got that?
Who you?
Bill.
Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy. Happy Bill Bellamy.
BB in the house.
HBB.
Dude, I know my places,
No,
dog.
you're right.
I mean, nobody in Florida's doing that.
No,
it's too hot.
Too creative.
And here's the thing. Everyone in Florida's got a gun. So if you want to kill yourself, you just put a gun in your mouth.
Yeah.
You want expanding polystyrene foam in your mouth.
I mean, who thought of that?
All right. And that's smart, too. It's a German. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, that's the show. Bill Bellamy, everyone. Ontario.
Oh, man, we had
Improv.
such a good time.
We have a good time.
Thursday night through Sunday night.
Check out my website, too, for all the Loveline, BillBellamy.com. Just drop by, leave a note if you want. Say what's up.
Bill will reply personally and promptly, I guarantee.
Come to your house.
311 is going to be in here tomorrow night. Until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
You know, I haven't killed anybody in about 2 years.
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Gold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.